Hello everybody, this is Jean. Today I'm doing the second week of Nina Ribena's Art Journal Prompts project, and the theme is Recycle. And I'm still using up all of these security envelopes, which I started using last week. There's still a lot of them to go. So I'm going to make some tags this week, and I have a whole box full of these business cards, which have a nice plain backing on one side. These are ones which I painted. I painted these for another project and didn't get around to using all of them, so I'm going to use those as well. I'm going to use those up. So here I am sticking those down to a piece of security envelope. I'm cutting around and making it tag shaped. And I'd already rounded the corners, so I just trim off that extra little bit. And then I'm stamping on the same patterned paper 2 different stamps. In this case it's leaves and a little bird. And I'm going to fussy cut those and then stick them on the card separately. I go around the outside with archival ink, stays on, I think it might be, in black. And then punch a hole in the top and add a word. So I've added some black ribbon, and now I'm adding some rhinestones. And you can see there the other 4. I made a set of 5, and you will see them in close up in a moment. And there is a proper close-up at the end. So they were quite successful, so I decided to do the same sort of thing but using blue security envelopes. I'm not showing you all the processes here because it's exactly the same as before. This time I'm adding a bit of blue baker's twine to the top. And I add various blue bits of bling, rhinestones and glittery die cuts. Then I decided to do some more grey ones, but these are using some steampunk stamps that I've got, and so the extras that I add here are little silver charms. I'm adding them with glossy accents to make sure that they stay in position. So I make 5 of those as well, and then finally I had all these circles. Remember those circles from last week? So I put those, I went around the outside with black stays on and then stuck them in a pattern on the tags, and I've decided to put some die cuts on these. I haven't got a die cutting machine, not a proper one. This is a little, it's called a diamond press, and it takes very small dies. So I've got some of these mini dies. This is the plastic folder, so I'm using some black paper and one of my small dies. You have to put it through a few times, but they work quite well. So this is a flamingo or a heron or something like that. And then these are the other ones that I made. So some of these tags I put words on, some of them I didn't. They're all blank on the back, and so they can all be used for journaling if you want to. So I then decided to make a big tag, and I put some blue security envelope on the back. But the colour is too intense, so I cover it with gesso, quite thick gesso, and then I put this magazine page on top and pull it off very quickly just to make some texture. And then I'm painting it here with some watercolour paint, and I'm going to do the same thing, put the magazine over the top and pull it off to form some sort of pattern. And I still don't like the colour of it, so I use that as the back of the tag and turn it over And you can see it's actually the packaging from a glue stick package. And so I put on a paler blue security envelope background and cut it all out. And then here I'm covering it in Mod Podge, and I'm going to put over the top of it. When I use napkins, I always keep the inside bits, and sometimes they have a pattern on them. They have the sort of like a ghost pattern of what was on the napkin. So these are quite patterned, and so I decided to stick these down for a bit of interest. Then I go around the outside with Vintage Photo, and partway around I make a complete blob, complete mess of it. But I don't worry about it because I know I can cover that up. Here I'm using a number jumble dilutions stencil to add some numbers to the tag, again with Vintage Photo. What I'm actually going to do to solve that problem is I'm flipping it. I was going to put these on the bottom right, and I've decided to put them on the bottom left. And these have been stamped using Vintage Photo on a security envelope. So there are two sets of those that I'm gluing down just with a glue stick. That's a little bit of Hessian that I'm adding, and a little Vintage Photo, and a butterfly. And then some ribbon. Oh yes, I go around the outside with walnut stain just to make it stand out a bit, and then a bit of ribbon at the top. And that's my big tag. So there's some close-ups coming, but I'm saying thank you for watching. Please subscribe if you haven't already done so. I hope to see you all again soon. Bye.